Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Ooh, air conditioner's loud.
Ooh, air conditioner's loud.
Using the lapin mic. Let's see if I can adjust that. Hold on. Wonder if I have to go off. Oh, but I just hit something. I don't want any of that extra stuff. Okay, I am going to. What that does. Okay, let's test it now. Let's see if it's still too loud. Testing 1 2. Okay, let's test it now. Let's see if it's still too loud. Testing 1 2. I can't tell. Well, maybe I'm not too loud. See if we can turn the game up some. I just hit the little stand I've got the lapin on. Testing 1 2. I just hit the little stand I've got the lapin on. I think that turned it down some. Testing 1 2. To the controller. Still got mic, yeah. Okay, I still got mic. Got mic. Yeah, I still got mic. It's nice not having it around my neck. Cut it down just a little more. We'll see what that sounds like. Cut it down just a little more. We'll see what that sounds like. Okay, I think that's nicer. I think that is nicer. Boy, that sure does beat wearing that. Yeah, I got into something. I'll have to get out. I hope they don't put me in it, because I don't want to be in anything. I just wanted to do some regular GTA play today. I think I'm going to have to put some more TV sound. I didn't get to put her in close. She didn't show up in her freaking apartment. I guess she's in her sexy mode today. I worked mostly on my Wrestling Empire today, so I didn't get much gameplay in. Well then don't be, motherfucker. She's got the popo at her again. She does that all the time. That's why she spends most of her days to put right in front of the police. And I'm trapped. I hate these parking lights. I never know how to get out of them.
You don't know me.
We don't want to hear from you right now, Busta Rhymes. He don't sound like Busta Rhymes though. He's some gravelly old white dude. Russian flag. Russian collusion. They're starting that crap up again. You know they're starting. He had things about Russia in his house. Come on, man. Can't you ever get something new? Love, exciting, and new. There ain't nothing new with the Democrats. So nothing new under the sun. And she gets killed. Come on, man. We're doing an invite only. That way I can invite people if I want to. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now we're in the apartment. I might put her some clothes on when we get in the apartment. You get your clothes on. You filthy whore. Well, she would fit in on Twitch today in her underwear. You look at the screen. You see a lot of women sitting in their underwear on the Twitch screen now. Love, exciting and new. It's waiting for you, la la bo. Da 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 da. Don't remember the words. The love, but why did I start hearing that? A lot of people complain. I say if they want to sit in their underwear, let them sit in their underwear. That's what I say. It's their stream. You don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Don't watch the stream. You don't like it, don't watch it. They want to sit in their underwear? They got the right to sit in their underwear. You know what? I think I'll keep her in her underwear. Let's give her a different set. We'll give her the blue underwear. The Labo. People complain about everything today. People complain about everything. Let people live. It might not be your thing. Sit in your corner. The only time I complain is when the government's overreaching. It wasn't meant to be that way. We weren't meant to have nannies. And that's the reason they broke away from the king. When it comes to regular people, I say leave them, let them live their lives as they see fit, as long as they ain't hurting nobody else. Even if I don't agree with it. the fuck? She's running from the police, dog. It's like Mr. Luther Campbell used to say all the time. What you do in your house may not be the same thing I'm doing in my home. And vice versa. I believe that way. Band in the USA. Band in the US. Boy, that's a band ahead of their time. This band before the internet started getting rolling. Because mommy's so horny, mommy's so horny. And all their dirty, some of their songs is dirtier than me so horny. I was listening to them one day. As nasty as they want to be. And I'm not even trying to offend the ones that complain. I'm just saying, if you don't like the streams, don't watch them. People that does like the streams, let them watch them. Never. She never stops the vehicle. I gotta do something for her. I'm not getting anywhere. Well, I'm building her levels up. That's all I'm doing.
You got cataracts?
I do. I actually do have cataracts. That's what they told me the last time I went to the eye doctor. I never got back because of COVID, and right now I probably wouldn't even have the pneumonia. I know I got diabetes, and sometimes you got to put other things first. Like this month, I'm having to assess what I'm going to have to cancel and what I'm going to have to keep. I gotta go through and do all that. Cause it's getting that bad with the groceries. It's taking every penny. I hate to tell all you entertainment people, y'all celebrate all these people that are coming in here and they're making everything high, but you're going to be the first things to go when people have to make their choices. The Netflixes and the Pluses and that's going to be the first things to go. So keep celebrating those Democrats who aren't really for the little people. They claim they are. They get out here and stir up all these issues. But they're lying to you. The Republicans ain't for you either, but they do stand up for your liberties and things. Sometimes, some of them does. Some of them don't. You got some wolves in there. You got to watch both sides. Republicans are always bad at banning albums. That was one thing some of them. Now some of them were Democrats. So I guess it just depends. Depends on who you're dealing with. I know maybe some lyrics aren't meant for kids, but did you ever think that maybe they ain't recording them for the kids? Maybe the parents should keep their kids away from stuff like that. My mama told me, when she realized how bad I was, if I knew you was going to turn out that bad, I wouldn't have let you listen to that stuff. She told me that. Of course, it was the movies too. It wasn't just the albums. I was watching. She used to have a free movie when she worked at the video stores. I rented pretty much the store. The only thing you couldn't get was the new movies. You could get them later. You could get them when they got older. I even accidentally got a porno one time. I took it back. It was in the horror stories. It was in the horror movies. And that guy, when he went and looked, he said, yeah, he was telling the truth. It really was in the horror. Somebody had put it in the horror section. I brought it back. I'd walk up and get it. It was just right from our house. So we'd walk up there every night and pick a movie. So you could get a free movie every night. So me and my sister, we'd walk up there. Sometimes my older sister would drive us up there. She was home. She wasn't always home. She worked, or sometimes she'd do things. Sometimes she'd drive us up there, but most nights we walked up there. I usually rented the horrors, but I'd rent the comedies too, and other stuff. Everything, music, wrestling. I used to rent the WCW, brother, and some of the WWF. We rented some of them too. Just a sec, come here. It doesn't have the on and off switch, so to keep from making noise in my screen if I have to do anything. I accidentally knocked the controller off or something. Yeah, they're gonna get her. They're gonna get her all because I had to do something. I had to unplug it because I got caught in my mic cord. I got caught in my mic cord. It's better than wearing it around my neck for sure. That's for dang sure. Won't you wear my ring around your neck? Tell the world that you're my head. I love you so. Oh, won't you wear your ring around your neck? That's it. Right in the right now. Oh, Mr. Elvis. Oh, Elvis Presley. Think how old he'd be now. He'd be a really old dude. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe what I'm saying, we can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Won't let our love survive, or dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let the good things down, 'cause honey, you know I would never lie to you. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you do? Oh, what you doing to me? She finally outrun him. When we don't believe the word I say. We can go on. Okay, I'm singing Elvis. Woods is Bridges mine, and we can be. Bum 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 bum. I care where we go. I don't care what we do. I don't care, pretty baby. Just take me with you. When I see motorcycles, I think of that album. I don't care if we spend the night in your mansion. All I want is to spend the night together. There we go. There's a purple ring. Bum 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 bum. Thank you. Bum 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 bum. I don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. I hate to tell all those people that have gotten into his catalogs. Y'all know you are doing him a disservice putting this music in commercials. Do you know that Prince would have never done that? He was picky about that stuff. He would have never had his music in commercials. I know it's good to hear the Prince jingle, but I know Mr. Prince. And I know what he didn't like and what he liked. He would have not liked that. I'll tell you another person that would have not liked it. I've been hearing some Doors music. I know Jim Morrison wouldn't have liked that either, because he got out with the Doors. They made some kind of contract back then, and he got mad at it. Some people don't want their music in commercials. Now me, if it was my music, and somebody wanted to use it, I'd say let them use it if I was getting paid for it. I wouldn't care. Now if I wasn't getting paid, I might have a problem there. It wouldn't bother me any, but some people are picky about that stuff. Don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. I'm not even dogging them. Like I said, I like hearing the Prince tunes. I don't care, pretty baby. Just take me with you. That guy was one of my main influences too. He was one of my early homes. Like I remember the first time I saw it, Let's Go Crazy. I had the chills. Dun 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 dun. I fell in love with that. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. Waiting for the bubble banana comes. Forgot the lyrics. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. And she knocked herself off her motorcycle. Yeah, I'm not fussing at y'all. I'm just saying. I'm not fussing at you. Sometimes people are suicentric for their own goods. I mean, I'm crazy too, so I have crazy things about me. So I'm not even knocking Prince. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum. Yeah, chills. I had the chills, y'all. When you get the chills, you know it's a good thing. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. I always like my music on the hard side too. If you listen to that song, it's a little mixture of everything. It's got a little bit of funk in there. It's got a little bit of the oldies, like the black oldies, the soul people. It's got a little bit of soul in it. It's got a little bit of electric rock and roll in it. So Let's Go Crazy was a mixture of all, especially at the end. That's what I really love. Whoa! I really love that end. Bam, 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 bam. Down, 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 down. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. Wait for the pop and then out comes. Till then, let's go. Bam, bam. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Yeah, bass. Just riding around in circles. Gotta find my way back to the street. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need any roads. You know what? I think it would be neat. I don't really want to see the flying cars. Have you ever seen these idiots on the street? Just imagine those freakers in a flying car. Well, them people be dangerous. Yeah, I know I drive reckless in this game, too. It's a freaking game. You're not gonna get killed in a video game. But I've been trying to do it right lately. Sometimes I don't. Like, stop at the red light. I don't even know if it's still red. It's still red. There we go, now it's green. It's supposed to actually stop at those lines. I can pull up the thing. Come on. Let's turn. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, I agree. Turning red. We're going to run it. We're going to run it. I was hoping I could flip him off. Just to see if he'd get mad. Just imagine these people on the flying. I wouldn't want to see it, man. I like the open mic. I think it works better. I just have to find the ways to adjust it. Oh God, I'm running the light. Well, we'll just run it. That's what I usually do. I usually don't let no. I always take it to the limits when I'm in these games. And take it to the limit, yeah, yeah. Master's doing pretty well on the motorcycle. Of course, I've had experience with motorcycles in games for a long time. It was my favorite game to always play. Was that one, Road Rash. Road Rash. I didn't get the first one till years later. A little bit before my father died. I think it was that winter before he died. When I got Road Rash 1. I could never find a copy. finally located one. Well, I could find them. There's 80 and above. I wasn't paying no $80 for an old game, and that was for a bad guy. Not an idiot. I wasn't born yesterday. For old used games. Now, I know a lot of them old used games, some of them are worth a lot of money, but you wouldn't catch me paying for it. Now, if they're in the price range, and I know this is high even for an old used game, but if they're like, say, if they're anywhere like when I first started getting PlayStation games, I would have to pay $9.95, $19.95, $29, and then $39. If it gets $39 and above, I won't go over $39. I don't go over $40. Because those are the price ranges I used to get my games at. And I'm talking about out of store. Walmart. Live my life in Walmart fashion. That's where I did most of my gaming shopping. Sometimes I get them at Kmart and other places, but most of the time it was Walmart. I live my life in Walmart fashion. She likes the violin, I like the fiddle. We go separate ways, but we meet in the middle. Don't see eye to eye, but we're hand in hand. A blue-blooded woman and a redneck man. I used to do my shopping at Walmart. I ain't really redneck though. I don't fit in with anybody. Give me a redneck girl. Give me a redneck girl. I don't fit in with nobody. I never find anywhere I fit in. Whoa! Dang, blame it, I was looking for something. You know what? Let's just forget it. I'm gonna call the taxi and go where I was gonna go. Probably have to get her some money out first. She probably needs some money. Yeah, she's got some, I think. Does she got any money? I can't tell. My clock's over. You know, the little online clock from Xbox and Twitch. Oh, I wanted to withdraw. I'm just gonna get some out because I don't know how much she's got. I can't read it. Maybe that'll get her some taxi. If not, he'll call the fucking police to her. And I cussed.
A cab should be with you very soon.
But for me, though, I'd be like Austin in the Hey Ho song. I'd want a rockin' chick. I'd want a chick that liked rock and roll music. That would be me. If I was dating a girl, she'd have to like rock and roll. I'd want a rocker chick. I'm gonna be honest. My girl would have to be a rock and roller. I wouldn't want no girl if she didn't like rock and roll. Okay, let's see. Where was I going to take her, and is it even available? Yeah, there we go. We're gonna get her.
I'll get
She's
you
out
there.
of ammo. I'm gonna get her.
I'm on it.
I live life in Walmart fashion. Blue-blooded woman and a redneck man. You know what? I'm such a misfit. Even though I'm rock and rollish, I don't even fit in with the rock and rollers. I might fit in with some of them. But I don't fit in with a lot of them's politics, that's for sure. Is that the ammo store?
We're here. Have a nice day.
I ain't never been to this one before. Where you go in? Oh, I see it. Here we go. We're gonna get this lady some ammo.
Quite a selection, huh?
Probably about 10 rounds. Is that the 1911? Y'all know that's my favorite gun. Out of all the BB guns that I was purchasing, the 1911s were my favorites.
You need a receipt for taxes?
That was funny. The tax man cometh.
Protect yourself and have a nice fucking day.
Amen, better brother. My daddy, he always liked the revolvers.
Don't like a badass.
Me, I like the 1911.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my wife.
So are you planning to replace me? She must have took up with his freaking wife. That would have to really be terrible. Just imagine, you're an old man, yeah, cheating on your wife with a woman, and then she goes and hits on your wife. Boy, that'd be a terrible thing. I think you'd be like Lou Diamond Phillips and disappear for a while. I think I'm back now. She's got some pics here, so we're gonna get the red. It's a little thing, but we're gonna take the red. Told me she hated my GNI shirt. I knew right then that was never going to work. Say hey, hello. For some reason I remember the lyrics. I remember it in bits and pieces. She told me she hated my GNI shirt. I knew right then that was never going to work. When I was a kid, that's what I wore all the time. Shirts. Now mine had to be printed, but I couldn't get my size. There's this woman that sold shirts at a place called the Shirt Shack, and she would print me off Guns N' Roses shirts. She had the decals. She told me she hated my GNI shirt. That's Hey Ho, and it was on the album, tattoo cover. She's got tattoos all over. Girl with the tattoos. Girl with the tats. And what was the album? All American Nightmare. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. That was a failure. That was a failure! That was a major flop. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, and you don't know the song, it's called Hey Ho by Hinder. And he's going on about wanting a rockin' chick instead of one of Kanye, and she hates rock and roll. You don't want a girl that... They don't want a girl that don't like rock and roll. I wouldn't want a girl that didn't like rock and roll either. My mama likes rock and roll. I'd be really picky. My mama likes rock and roll. My sister likes rock and roll. My other sister, she liked rock and roll too. She liked Kiss, Van Halen, and bands like that. So my family liked rock and roll with the exception of my daddy, who claimed that he was talking about Skid Row. That rhymed. So I think my daddy liked rock and roll. I just don't think he admitted he liked rock and roll. I think he come from the country. He was a country bumpkin. He was a country bumpkin. He came from the country. He grew up on the Grand Ole Opry. I don't think he wanted to admit he liked rock and roll. He started liking Elvis there in the end, though. Boy, he had to listen to Elvis radio all the time. So if I was dating a girl, she'd have to like rock and roll. Or I'd have to say, hey, hell no! Bum, 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 bum. My mama grew up on rock and roll. She went to see Jerry Lee Lewis when she was a teenager. And what's his name? The guy on the piano, the black dude, the guy with the hair, pretty hair. What was his name? Richards. Little Richards. That was him. Little Richard? That's him. Yeah. Guy with the pretty hair. She went to see him. She saw Jerry Lee Lewis with him. She rode the elevator with one of those rockers. I don't remember which one she said he was. He just kept staying on with her and her friend. He kept talking to her. He was having a conversation with her. They was telling her stories about her Elvis records, and he was listening. She tells the rockers those stories today when she runs into them. We run into the rockers, they hear about her tales. She tells them about her records. And they listen too, just like that guy did back then. She told me she hated my GNI shirt. I knew right then this was never gonna work. Like what you like, it doesn't matter to me. Get the Kanye out of my player, please. I actually like Kanye. Especially this Christian stuff. I listen to some of his Christian stuff. I don't want this car. I guess I'm stuck with it. Whoa! Just waiting for an angel to take me out of my head. I'm falling for you. Whoa! Coming out of thin air. You came out of nowhere, the sound of the blue. Then heaven said, yeah. That was off Take It to the Limit. I used to love that when they do it live. They would play it right before the album come out. And it was one of my favorite songs then. Whoa! Just waiting for an angel to take me out of my head. I'm falling for you. Coming out of thin air. You came out of nowhere right out of da 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 da. I'm gonna get off here for tonight. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna try not to be such an old grump anymore, because you know what? Those people in Washington, they're not worth getting hated over. You know they're not worth getting hated over? They are some of the worst people in this world. I have a fun side too, I just don't let a lot of people know it. A lot of times I let you know the grouch. I'm gonna start working on that. I mean, I'm just not... I'm basically a liberal. I'm just not dumb. I don't fall for anything. In other words, you just can't tell me a bunch of... You can't get up and make poor speeches and all this to appeal to me. Because I look at what you do. I don't look at what you say. And they really ain't for the poor. If you look at every one of them, some of them, Nancy Pelosi, all of them, look, they're some of the richest people in the world. They just want they want nobody else to compete with them. That's what they don't want. They don't want competition. They want to make all the money and they want to keep you poor. That's what they don't preach. But I'll tell you that. Remember that when they're talking to you. And everybody hated the Trumpster. And I'm not going to go on here, but I'm just saying. At least he wanted everybody to make money. These people don't want to share. They were stingy. They don't, well, he was competitive too. You ever been in his area, boy? He went at him. When he was president, he was just wanting to let everybody make money. They don't want everybody making money. They want to make all the money, and they want to see you poor. It's okay to be competitive. But when you're wanting to see everybody else be down and you be up, that's a pretty low level. That's a pretty low level. That's where a lot of these politicians want y'all. They work for the corporations, and that's what the corporations want. Remember that. That's why they don't like Alex Jones. He preaches the same message I'm telling y'all here. They want you poor, broke, in your house, doing nothing, unless they want you to do it, and that's how they want it. And everything else, the color, the gay, none of that don't really matter to them. They just use these niches to get you stirred up. They don't care about none of you, none of us. They don't care about none of us. They want to keep you on their plantation.